Good morning, YouTube. It's your girl Jamira, and I'm back with another video. I know it's been a while, lots of life updates, but I'm here to bring you a garden update. So come with me while I show you what's new in the garden. So right here, we have our banana pepper plant who has stumbled on its side, and I was going to try to pick it up again. That is why I have this skewer to help support it, but I already see that it's growing here on its side, and it has been flourishing a lot more like this, so I just wanted to leave it like this and see how it does. I believe I only have 3 banana peppers growing, but this is the most I've had growing at one time, and I'm very pleased. So I'm just gonna let it do its thing and keep an eye on it to see if there's anything I need to do to intervene with its growth. Then we have our habanero plant. From this spring/summer season, I haven't had any growth from it I haven't had any fruit from it, but it has grown exponentially in terms of like a leaf expansion. It's way over here now, which is a lot bigger than it was when I first got it. So like I said, even though it hasn't produced any fruit for me as of right now, I know whenever around, I want to say fall, winter time comes, then I can expect some good growth. It usually does me very well. Then we have here our great jalapeno plant. I haven't had any growth for about a month or two, but I do see something growing now, and I also see some buds up here. And like the habanero plant, even though it wasn't growing any fruit, it was growing leaves, so I still knew that it was healthy and thriving. So just going to continue to pour into it and have faith that it will continue to grow. Then here we have my cucumber plant. I do need to repot this one soon. I did notice some buds starting to grow on here. They started to flower, but nothing ended up growing. Not sure why. I do think that I was slacking in watering it, so that didn't promote much growth, but right now I do see a lot more growth. See, this is amazing. Look at that. And if anyone, I'll share now because I have, taken the time to pray about it and worked through it. But I planted this cucumber plant the day I found out I was having a miscarriage. So in many ways, I feel like this was God's way of showing me that my baby grew in another form. And this was the first seed I actually planted that actually grew. So like I said, I just definitely feel like that was God's way of talking to me and showing me to have faith. And soon enough, you guys will see why. So continue to watch and stay tuned. But yeah, this is my cucumber plant. We'll get to repotting her, or at least adding more soil soon. And hopefully we can have some cucumbers grow. You guys can see those flowers budding on there. Let's continue to pray for something. And then, if you're an OG member, you know how I replanted this and it started off with just 2 small leaves. Now look at the growth. Isn't that amazing? I wanted to turn this into a house plant. However, I would want to get completely new soil, because if I was to just take this inside, all the small gnats and little bugs that are buried in the soil will come in the house with me, and I don't want that. Also, I think it's thriving outside, so I will probably just get another indoor plant similar to this. But this is beautiful. Look at how big it is. I'm so proud of this one. This is the prayer hands plant. Definitely growing more as well. I want to repot it so that the leaves are outside of the pot rather than, inside. But definitely happy with this growth. I haven't taken a look at it in a while, and there's a lot more leaves than the last time I checked. So definitely proud of this one. You guys know this is the Vinca trailing. This bad baby is notorious for letting the petals fall into other plants and sprouting another plant. This is like a weed. I kind of didn't like it because of that reason, because like I said, when I water it and the leaves fall off into my other plants, they start to sprout like crazy. So I kind of want to find somewhere else to put it, but in the meantime, it's still here and still blooming. These small pots, I couldn't tell you guys which flowers these are. I also planted these at the same time as my cucumber, but they didn't, they grew a little. So I just need to get out here and, you know, repurpose this soil. But these two here, they're still doing pretty well, at least, especially this one. They look vine-like. I don't necessarily remember what type of flower it is, but I do know it is a flower. But as you guys can see, this one is growing very long. These grew for a while, and then you can see it hanging. I'm not sure what happened with them. Maybe the heat, you know, was too much. But like I said, I do need to get out here, and you know, there was another one. This was a cucumber. That was another cucumber, but that one didn't survive. This is the only cucumber left. So going strong, praying for her. Yeah. So I'm gonna figure out what to do with these. Yeah, these are just empty pots right now. This is my, I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart. This is my aloe plant. The little pieces that you guys see are broken off are what I use for Molly's skin whenever she starts to have a breakout, when she has fleas, when she has any itchy marks on her. Just break off a piece of aloe, rub it on her, and it almost instantly disappears. This was a mint plant that I got from a fellow gardening friend. Most of it died because I was not taking care of it, but you do see here that there is a small sprout. So I'm just letting it do its thing. As you guys can tell, I haven't really been out here much, but there's still a lot of growth. I feel like the less I manipulate out here, the more I have more strong growth. This was my mint plant, but I didn't follow up with this one. This one kind of died. Excuse me. But I do see some sprouts in here. I'm not sure if these are baby mint plants starting or what. So I'm just gonna let it do its thing and, you know, watch it. And this is my tomato plant. You can see the original plant completely died, but on the brighter side, we have so much more growth here. These are all new plants, so I can't wait to see the new tomatoes start to form, which shouldn't be too long from now. Just gonna keep an eye. Ooh, this is beautiful. Very beautiful. Yeah, flowers. I love flowers. Then this is my my bell peppers. I do remember I told you guys I separated them. I had them combined at first, but I ended up separating them to see how much better they'll do. Personally, I still think that they are in sync with their growth from their roots. Girl, see, she want to be part of, she never does that. I think that they're still in sync because typically they have grown the same size fruit since I've separated them. The last time I had some fruit from them, they both grew a pepper about this size, which I couldn't really use, so I thought that was interesting. But we got another one growing on this one. If you guys are curious about the scraps in here, I use these scraps from my kitchen as compost for them. I've done this before and I feel like it really helps strengthen them, so I'm going to continue to do that. But yeah, with the scraps from the kitchen, I think that it has been helping promote new growth here. I do think that these are more bell pepper plants. If not, they're probably weeds. I did just pick one out from here, but the leaves look similar to these, so I assume it's another bell pepper. As far as these here, not too sure. I'm gonna let them grow a little more. I can't tell yet, so I'm definitely just gonna let them grow. Oh, the seeds from the other bell pepper are sprouting. Oh, they in here too. The seeds from the bell pepper I planted, they're sprouting and planting, so we should expect a lot more growth soon, guys. Definitely excited to take you guys on this journey. So stay tuned for the bell pepper plant growing. And as you guys know, I was a shishito pepper plant hater. I did not like this plant because I didn't find much use for it. I didn't find that these had a taste to them, but they recently started sprouting again, and they are spicy. It says it's a sweet pepper. It is not. It is spicy. Very hot, very kicking. But do you see this? It is very bush-like and I love it. I kept trying to give it away, but you see all these buds on here? I cannot believe I was gonna get rid of this. You see all of these? So beautiful. So excited. I've already picked a few of them off, and that's what's crazy because you see all of these buds? I'm excited. And all this new growth as well, like the stems growing from the bottom. That just means that they're blooming very nicely. Then this one is new. I planted a potato from my kitchen in here, and I think there's about 2 potatoes in here now. I planted only one. I think I planted it about right here, but I think that's a new potato. As you can see, there's some mushrooms here. I actually want to ask the fellow gardening community if this is good for plant growth, because I've had mushrooms grow near my other plants as well, but I killed them because I didn't think that they would be good. I don't want them to be poisonous or, you know, harmful to my plants, so I just got rid of them. But I do think that it's a signal of good growth, so you guys just let me know in the comments. But other than that, look at this. And like I said, I planted this from a regular potato that you get from the store. It started to spud while it was in the bag, so I went ahead and planted it in some soil, and look at it now. I've been growing this for about a month and a half now. This is so big. Then we've got the calla lily. Most of it has died, but you know, we're still hanging on strong. I like this leaf here. It looks like it's got still got some good greenness to it. This one too. So I'm just gonna hope that it stays alive and it will come back around for another year of growth and flowering. Aside from the calla lily, my rose bush, this one may end up blooming again, but ever since the last video of it producing a rose, it hasn't given me any more flowers lately. I did cut off some of the branches, and I do feel like I should not have done that because I may have ruined where it was going to grow next. Nonetheless, I just saved the clippings and put it in the soil to help, you know, give it some nutrients. You guys see some clovers here growing. I'm gonna come and get some of this stuff cleaned up because there's weeds and different plants growing out here all, you know. But this was the update for this month. Stay tuned, you guys. I will definitely be checking in to show you guys what else comes from this garden.